I needed your mental support. Okay. Hey guys. Oh, all right. It's 7 o'clock, so we should probably get started.
Yep, I'm ready to be Mr. Tenant.
Okay. We're gonna start with like 5 minutes from now, or 2 minutes. Okay. All right. Hi everyone. Hello everyone online. If you're there online.
I stole from Melissa.
Hi. I'm so glad to see such a nice turnout tonight. Welcome. If you have kids with you, just know we've got coloring books and some games over there. The kids are welcome to hang out. We have cookies and chips over here. They are not allowed to come back to my house. Please eat them and take them with you. So before we get started with our meeting, we have a couple of guests who are going to just talk for a couple of minutes. So the first is Noel Gendrano. Hi, I'm pointing right at you.
He's like, who?
Yeah. So yeah, you.
Oh, you
Yes.
wanna know?
Sure. Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do I need to talk into the camera?
No, just talk.
So, hi, good evening, everyone. Again, my name is Noel Gendrano. I am the president of the Dunellen Board of Education. And I wanted to first of all welcome everyone to the first year of the school year. This is your first meeting, I know. I just wanted to take a few minutes to introduce myself and to let you know that we do have a Board of Education. We do meet on a monthly basis. It's an open meeting. We talk about what's going on in the schools. If you're not familiar with the Board of Education and what we do, we don't run the schools, believe it or not. Contrary to popular belief, we don't run the schools, but we do make sure that the schools are run well. That's really I think, and our main focus is the best education for our students. That's always the focus of any decision that we make. So I really just wanted to come here to introduce myself, to welcome you to our meetings. If you'd like to come, we meet about once a month. If you go to dunellenschools.org, which is our main website, under the Board of Education, there's a meeting schedule and a location. We're over at LMS at the Lincoln Middle School. We meet at 7. The public meeting starts around 7:30. Our agendas are published on that same website, usually the weekend before. So come check us out. Participate if you'd like. We have open sessions for public comment. If there are things that are on your mind, we'd love to hear that. And I sit on the board with 8 other board members, so there's a total of 9 of us. We are kind of like the, how shall we say, like the interface between the district and the parents. So please, we would love to hear from you. I mean, our emails are also there. We have board emails. But anything you'd like to talk about, if you want to hear about me or any of the other board members are welcome to hear about that and bring it to the meeting. So just wanted to introduce myself, say those few words, and I guess happy 2025, 2026.
What's the next meeting?
It would be Tuesday, September 23rd at Lincoln Middle School. I'll be gaveling us in at 7, maybe 7:01, depending on how quick we are there. But the portion of the meeting that's going to immediately go into executive session. But the main part of the meeting really starts at 7:30. So if you get there at 7:30, that's okay. That's when we start going through the other parts of the agenda where we discuss the issues. We go through the superintendent's board, my remarks, all of the different committees report in. We approve, we pay our bills, we make sure that everything gets done appropriately, and then we go through our agenda. So we would love to see you there. I know you don't have to stay for the whole thing. We understand that they can be long sometimes. But if that doesn't work and you're tied up and you can't meet us in person, we also have a live stream on YouTube. It's not like interactive, but you can watch if you'd like to see what's going on. So, but I won't interrupt your meeting any longer. I know you guys had a lot to do, but you're welcome to come join us when we meet on the 23rd and our subsequent meetings as well. So before I go, Madam President, any questions?
No, I don't have any questions right now. But if anybody else has questions. All right.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, no, I was
Oh.
moving people in the hallway.
All right.
So, all right, so then I'll,
Okay.
I'll let you go. Again, if any questions, send me an email, say hello. I think you may know somebody who may be able to get your message. Maybe perhaps. But yes, we would love to come see you at our board meetings if you'd like, if you're able to. So, thanks everyone, and we'll see you.
Thank you.
Through the year. Okay.
All right.
I'll go pick up our child.
Okay, so next up, we have the Principals Roundtable for Faber Elementary, which is going to be given by Beth Willoughby, who is not the principal. So both Mr. Tennant and Ms. Moody have back to school night for their own children tonight, so they can't be here. And Beth has agreed to step in, so she's going to give the report.
So welcome back to the 2025-2026 school year. He wants to thank the PTO for last night's potluck dinner. It was a great success. He and Miss Moody are sorry they couldn't be here tonight. They have, as Miss Gendrano said, they have back to school night for their kids, but here's his quick update. So new and exciting things at Faber. As you can see, the media center renovation is complete. The gym bleachers have been replaced with new ones, and we have 14 new staff members. New positions include 2 coaches in math and ELA. These coaches will be supporting teachers with instruction in the classroom, environmental enrichment with our aquaponics, hydroponics, planters. We now have a teacher to enrich students with how these symptoms and environmental changes impact our lives. We are still a positive behavior support in schools, PBSIS. So we're partnered with Rutgers University Boggs Center. It's a tiered system of behavior intervention known nationally as PBSIS. We started this program in 2016. Do you need to move to bed?
I just want to put a couple more chairs out. There's 2 more right over there.
It provides Faber staff with strategies to handle behaviors and create more positive school climate together. And upcoming soon. School Picture Day is September 24th, October 1st, October 3rd. Notices will be sent out to let you know what day your students will get the pictures closer to these dates. No school on October 2nd. It's a staff professional development day. Walk Your Child to School Day is October 8th. There is no school October 13th for Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day, and no school November 6th and 7th for the Teachers Convention. I'm going to add, we're also doing the readathon October 6th through 20th, and it's to raise money for the field trips. I went blank. Classroom updates. Preschool, we're just getting our feet wet with going over school routines, classroom rules, traveling in hallways, buddy reading center rules, morning calendars and songs, and making new friends. Kindergarten. In kindergarten, we are learning classroom rules and routines. We have made class promises and talked about the way our class is like a little family. We went on a Pete the Cat scavenger hunt to find important places in the school. We also learned the proper ways to use our school supplies too. We've learned the importance of school drills and practice them again and again. We are excited to fully dive into our curriculum next week and look forward to an awesome school year. First grade. First graders are practicing addition and subtraction skills and strategies in math. In social studies, first graders are reviewing school rules and discussing how to be good citizens. ELA and foundations, we started our new curriculum, Arts and Letters. Students continue to listen to stories and answer questions, identify main ideas and details, character traits, author's purpose, and vocabulary. Second grade began the year by practicing our new routines and procedures. We spent time getting to know one another as we build our new classroom family. In math, we are reviewing strategies for solving addition and subtraction problems within 20. We'll practice our double and near double facts, identify fact families, use a number line, and explore word problems. In social studies, we are discussing what history is and the different ways we can learn about the past. We will also be comparing primary and secondary sources. Starting a new ELA curriculum, arts and letters, and reading stories on seasons. As we review story elements such as character setting, problem solution, and main idea. It has been a great start to the year, and we can't wait to see what we can all do together. Oops. Third grade. Third grade is its second year of the ELA curriculum, Wit and Wisdom. This will help us improve reading comprehension and expand student vocabulary. In writing, our third graders will begin to develop their personal narratives based on a story that is special to them. In math, we are reinforcing strong addition and subtraction strategies that will be applicable to multiplication and division. Finally, students are practicing foundations daily, which allows them to learn important spelling rules for decoding words in their reading. In fourth grade reading, they're using Wit and Wisdom curriculum again this year. In the first module, fourth grade students will learn the difference between literal and figurative heart, focusing on the multiple meanings of the word heart. Students will examine what makes a literal heart great by reading an informational text on the circulatory system. Students will examine what makes a figurative heart by reading Love That Dog. This novel will expose fourth grade students to the beauty of poetry. In writing, students will examine the structure of an informative text, which includes a focus statement, supporting details, and a conclusion. In fifth grade reading, students are working on Wit and Wisdom curriculum again this year. In the first module, fifth grade students will develop an understanding for what it means to belong to a culture. Module 1 focuses on the westward expansion and how it disrupted the heritage and ways of life of the American Indians. Writing, students will learn the basics of strong, focused expository paragraphs, including text summaries, informative explanatory paragraphs, and compare and contrast paragraphs. Fourth and fifth grade math classes have solely focused on classroom routines, procedures, and expectations at this point in order to establish a strong foundation from which the kids can operate independently. It is our goal this year, as in years in the past, that our class is mostly student-centered, meaning a majority of the learning happens from inquiry and discovery on their own to analysis and problem solving individually with a partner and at times in groups. That teachers are merely a facilitator in the room once the children have gotten a handle on the procedure and routine. On September 18th, back to school night information. From 5:45 to 6:15 is preschool back to school night. Preschool parents only will enter through door P in the back of the building. And the interventionist ENL back to school night is in the media center. They will enter through door J, the gym entrance. I know this information will be sent out closer too. 6:30 to 6:50 is opening remarks in the gymnasium. That includes Mr. Tennant, Miss Moody, Miss Van Ross, Nurse Nefrio, and PTO Rebecca and Maria. 6:50 to 7:10 is the first session of classroom visits. 7:20 to 7:40 is the second session of classroom visits. Picking up students early. If the need arises for you to pick up your student early from school, kindly notify both your student's teacher and the main office. And the office number is 732-400-5900, option 1. For notices, all notices can be found in our virtual backpack and website. And that is it from Mr. Tennant. I will try and answer any questions. I can't make any promises. That's for you now.
Do we have any questions for Principal Willoughby?
Oh,
All right, great.
pass it back.
Thank you. Okay, so we will call the meeting to order. Welcome to our first PTO meeting of the year. Oh, wait, I forgot one other special guest. Or do you want us to bring you in later? Okay, great. Okay, so we'll get to your thing a little later on then. Okay, so yes, I'm so glad to see so many of you here and so many new faces. It's really lovely to begin the new year with all of you here ready to pitch in and put on some great events and, you know, be part of this PTO community. So we're going to get started with the approval of the meeting minutes. No, the treasurer's
The treasure
report.
Yeah.
There should be some copies of the treasurer's report and the meeting minutes.
In the back,
Yeah.
stapled together.
Would you mind just kind of handing those around so
you.
anyone who, wants to take a look can take a look at those? The other thing I want to mention, we have a whole bunch of flyers over here, as
Cold
well as some
medicine,
freebies.
Nicola.
Yes, please feel free to grab some of those on your way
PTO
out.
today runs some contests, and Nicole, our previous president, had entered our name in, and every once in a while we win some stuff. So we have some Ricola cough drops and some cold medications, so please help yourselves.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to pass this down to Gwen and Jackie for the treasurer's report.
Yeah, you can just put it like, yeah, we don't need, you don't need it all up in person. All right, so if you look at, well, do you want to do the budget first
Sure.
for that approval?
Yeah.
So the first thing we want to do is we want to approve the budget for 2025, 2026. So if you look at that first page, there's really no change from the previous year. Everything is staying the same, except for one line all the way at the bottom on the top. You'll see the new hire breakfast. In the past, we were doing the new hire breakfast for FABE or for all the schools. But I think after COVID, it kind of slowed down and then it picked back up. And so they're asking us to do it again. So in order for us to have funds for that, we figured we'd add a line so that way we're not kind of scrimmaging and making sure that we don't have enough money. So we're trying to get it approved for $150 for the year because I think that's about roughly what it was, what we usually spend. And that's like a high amount of teachers. I think we have 38 teachers. So we're hoping next year we don't have 38 teachers because we don't want 38 teachers leaving.
And it's just a bagel breakfast. It's nothing
Yeah, it's nothing,
elaborate.
yeah, it's
or
just
anything,
bagels and
but-
coffee, creamers and sugars and stuff like that. So if anybody has any objections or any questions about that? Yes.
That's a good question. My company does this thing that offer grants, maybe that'll cover some of this. Is that something you guys might
Yes.
be willing
Yes.
to listen?
We will talk later.
Yep. All you have to say was free money.
John,
Yeah.
John
Yeah.
Soler.
John,
Soler, S-O-L-E-R.
okay. Thank you, John Soler.
Okay. So yeah, so we're just looking to approve that. So does anybody else have any other questions against that? Or can we have the budget for 2025, 2026 approved? One, good, two, three. There we go. There we go. We have 3 people approve it. So that's approved. And then we're going to go over to the next page. You'll see the Dunellen PTO. This is the last 3 months. It's a bit, it looks so lengthy, but that's because there's a lot of stuff at the end of June that happens. We have, all the parties, project graduation. Well, we don't really do much for project, but we have like the promotion, and then the scholarship. Yeah. So you'll see in there is a lot of deposits going in for 5th grade farewell, money coming out for 5th grade farewell. We still had a few little gifts for the tricky tray, like prizes. I know one was an ice cream party, then principal, lunch with the vice principal. So you'll see those little things randomly. And then if you go into July, we gave some money to the Carol Fund, but we also were raising some money. A few of us were out selling popsicles. You may have seen us in the summertime. So that is there. So you'll see the money coming in. And then we wrote out 2 checks to the 2 recipients that we were helping out. Only one of them was cash. So I think one of them is the only one there. The other person still hasn't cashed their check. So, but we were able to raise almost $700 between, I don't know, we were going like twice a week. Yeah, like twice a week. So I want to thank all the parents who sent their kids with an extra $1 to buy an ice pop. That was very appreciated. So it was nice for the families. They really were appreciative of it. So that's pretty much it. So then you just go down towards the end and we start with the back to school lunch, the new hire breakfast you'll see there. And you see all the kids, the $1,000 coming out. Those are all the scholarships that we gave out for our seniors. Last year we had so many great students, And we usually give 8 $1,000 scholarships, and we actually gave an extra one, so we gave $9,000 because we did have a little bit extra, and it was just really hard to choose. So please sign up for the scholarship committee, because I can't be on it because my kids are on it this year. So please.
And if you have seniors, please, please, please keep an ear out, keep an eye out, for them to apply
Yes.
for the scholarship. Please,
Okay.
please, please.
All right. So if anybody has any questions about the report, the treasurer's report for June, July, and August. Right, can I have a motion to approve the treasurer's report? Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, thank you. Here we go. Passing it back.
Okay, thank you, Gwen. And now on to the treasurer's report, or the meeting minutes with Jasmine.
Meeting
Sorry,
minutes.
I have not caffeinated enough today.
So I did notice, Maria noticed that there was a little typo on the meeting minutes. It says that the person who called the order was Nicole Moore, but I will be switching that to Rebecca because you're the one that called the meeting, the meeting to order. But besides that, anybody have any questions in regards to the minutes? No. Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes? And a second. Melissa, okay, got it. And Trisha. The only thing I would ask, if there is a paper floating around somewhere out there, if you guys can just make sure you signed in, so I
It's
know.
over on the
Yeah. So that
flyer
is all
table.
for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So while you all are signing in, I also want to make sure that you got a raffle ticket. If you didn't get a raffle ticket, come get one from Beth, because at the end of our meeting, we are going to give one lucky winner free PTO membership for the year. So we want to make sure that everyone is entered into that.
We will make arrangements with you to bring in the book.
Oh, yes. You got to be in it to win it.
Or be reimbursed for it.
Exactly.
Last year, we were able to have a raffle item at each of our meetings. So please come and spend time with us and put your name in for.
Yeah, or usually at the meetings, we'll raffle off either, like meeting membership like we're doing tonight, or spirit wear, tickets to our Tricky Tray events, and, various things. So, and that's only for the folks who can attend the meetings in person, of course. Okay, so before we get started with all the other things on the agenda, you might have noticed that we have some new faces on the board, actually quite a number of new faces. So I want to just take a minute, for everybody to go kind of down the line and introduce themselves real quick, so that you know who we are and what we do.
So I'm Beth Willoughby. I'm the librarian at Faber School, and I'm one of the teacher liaisons.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. I am the recording secretary. You guys might see me around school all the time because I also sub for the school. So I'm always around. If you have any questions, you just see me.
I'm Rebecca Gendrano. I'm the president, and I've been on PTO for a long time. My oldest is about to graduate high school. My youngest just started middle school. So if you've got questions about anything, let me know. But I'm only co-president.
Hi, my name is Maria Bartman-Kowalik. I am co-president with Rebecca this year. Very, very excited to be here and to help with all the fun stuff that we're going to do this year.
Hello, I'm Tracy Kalinsky. This is Nicole, my sixth year? Yeah, maybe my sixth year on the board as VP of grade level oversight. So basically that just means that I organize the team leaders and organize the parties for the classroom that the PTO sponsors. I have a ninth grader, and then I have my older daughter graduated 2 years ago. So I've been around for a while too, just not on the board.
Hi, my name is Heather Anderson. Wait, I need my glasses on to read my title. I am, because it's a new title this year. I am the Vice President of Committee Oversight, which basically just means all the different committees that we make. I just help you make sure that everything you need to get done gets done. I have a 12th grader, a 9th grader, and a 4th grader. I'm probably not your best choice to ask for help because I'm always lost in the sauce, but feel free. That's it.
Oh, my turn. All right. So hi, my name is Gwen Perdomo. So I've been on the PTO board for 9 years. I'm the treasurer, well, co-treasurer this year, but this is my last year. So someone's stepping up and I'm helping get her started. So I do have 3 12th graders that will be graduating this year, which is very exciting and very sad at the same time. But so if you have any questions regarding anything with the budget or any, if you need any like reimbursements, things like that, you'll see me. You can email me, you can call me. And you can also call Jackie.
Hi, I'm Jackie Sadler, and I am co-treasurer in training, and I have a 6th grader in Lincoln. So,
Hi, everyone. I'm Nicole Sterney. I am the fundraising coordinator, which is a new position this year. So I'll be making it up as we go along. I think we're all kind of making it up as we go along. This is my first year on the board, but not my first year with the PTO. This is 3rd year, if I can count. I have a 2nd grader. Well, she's the only one in school right now. But yeah, I'll talk a little bit more about fundraising and everything a little later. But yeah.
And hi, everybody. I'm Erica Curley. I am the marketing coordinator. So I post everything on all the social media pages and stuff. So I just take care of that. So.
Okay. Thank you, guys. So while the camera's making its way back.
High school liaisons.
Oh, yes, we have 2 liaisons for the middle school and 1 liaison for the high school. Ashley Powell, Allison Egan, and Rocky Modi. And so they're working with Beth just to make sure that we have a good sense of what the teachers need from us, and the teachers can help us to get the word out about, all the different things that we're working on. Okay, so diving in, we ordered school supply kits for this year. It seems like it went pretty well. I didn't hear any outpouring of complaints from the parents, so I think it went well.
As
Yeah.
someone who used it, it did, and my daughter was bragging to all of her friends that she didn't have to have a heavy book bag on the first day because all her stuff was already there. So it worked on 2 levels.
Excellent. So yeah, it was this really cute box. Like the box itself was a really lovely box, and it was, filled with all the supplies that the kids needed. We did get a little feedback that it would be nice for the company that provided the supply boxes to send out an email confirmation listing everything in the box, because some of the items that teachers requested, like the cleaning supplies and Kleenexes and things, weren't part of the supply kit that we could get from the company. So we are going to make that request and, make sure that, just some of the communication is a little, just a little bit more informative for you guys, because, you're ordering the boxes in May and June, and then August, you're kind of scrambling a little bit to take care of those last details.
Was that in the box? Was that not in the box?
Exactly. So, yeah, if anybody has any other feedback about the supply kits, I'd love to hear it, but we're definitely going to do it again.
Yeah, and we did get a couple questions through our email about, because people were confused if those types of boxes going to them instead of the school and being in the classroom. So we're going to try to work with the company to maybe if they could send out a delivery notification to say it was delivered to the school.
Yeah.
Just so that way, because people were panicking, I haven't gotten it yet in 2 weeks. No, the school has it. We know the school has it, but none of the parents knew that it was delivered.
Right. And that was part of the benefit of doing it, because then you can just send your kid to school and it's literally there in the classroom waiting for your kid, as opposed to, the kids walking up with those giant bags filled with supplies. So, yeah. Okay. So we have had a lot of back to school events. I don't know if you've been paying attention to our Facebook page and our Instagram page, but we've been really, really busy the last couple of weeks. So we already mentioned the new hire breakfast. We welcomed 38 new teachers with bagels and coffee and donut bites and great. It was just a really nice little breakfast that we provided. And the teachers were really appreciative of it. So, thanks to everybody, for your membership dollars, which help us do all of that. We had the staff luncheon, the back to school luncheon, which is always on the first day that the teachers come back. And that was, a huge community effort. We had, sandwiches that we ordered. Why
Parents
don't you talk about it?
donated,
Yeah.
pasta salads and drinks and desserts and snacks and chips and things like that. The teachers very much enjoyed that homemade stuff. The sandwiches we got from Ellery's, they gave us a really, really good price. So if you're looking to, Ellery's is not far from us. It's in Middlesex. Please patronize the businesses that, are helping us out. They have live bands and things. So if you're looking to go out or get some wings or do something outside, there's a lot of local places that support us. And we're going to try to do a better job this year of kind of like promoting the people that are helping us or donating to us. This way you guys know, and when you are thinking about going someplace and you happen to mention, oh, hey, thanks for donating or thanks for doing something with our PTO, it also shows that, our membership is going and supporting the businesses that are supporting us.
Yeah, that's actually really important. So, yeah. So last night was our potluck dinner, and I know a bunch of you guys were there, which is great. And so that was, part of our push to make sure that we're thanking people. It, kind of sprang from conversations about the potluck dinner. We got, I got sort of an emergency phone call from the health inspector just a couple of days before the event, letting me know that in no uncertain terms would we be allowed to serve any homemade food at the potluck, because it would be this big health risk. And I was like, okay, but we're PTO, like we do cupcakes all the time. Like homemade food is kind of our deal. But we didn't want to get in trouble with the health inspector. So we made sure to, follow those guidelines for this event. So, so that's why you got the email saying, hey, it has to be from the grocery store or from a restaurant, because I did not want my new friend in the health inspector's office to come and yell at me. So then I kind of set off on a mad scramble around town to get donations from a bunch of the different restaurants. And so we're really, really grateful to the restaurants who contributed food for the potluck. We got ube pudding from Bub's. We've got, we had sandwiches from Mike's, penne vodka from the hotel
and Il Forno.
And Il Forno. I'm
Jasmine's
forgetting some.
restaurant.
Oh, Jasmine's restaurant. Oh my God. If you need what?
Portuguese food.
Yes.
Portuguese food.
Oh, yeah.
Ford's Barbecue. It's in Ford's, New Jersey. So
Yeah.
it's about 20 minutes away from here.
So good. So good.
And people
So-
really brought a lot of dishes. There's
Yeah.
Oh, there was a
of great
lot.
stuff. There's definitely nobody. And Cave Kitchen
Yes.
also donated
Cave
rice.
Cave Kitchen donated the rice, and Blue Foundry Bank paid for chicken parmesan from ShopRite. So they're very good friends to the PTO. They help us out with all sorts of things. So I want to make sure they didn't cook the chicken parmesan. They just ordered it for us. Yeah, you're like, why is the bank cooking chicken? But yeah, so we do have a couple of coupons for Mike for Mike subs. If any of you want 15% off, feel free to grab it. And yeah, definitely, as Maria said, mention that you're from the PTO if you go there, just so they know we're, trying to spread the love a little bit.
Or any of those places that donated. If you go
Yes.
in, just let them know that you noticed.
Yes.
You know,
I
giving
came
away
back
free
because
stuff
I
when you
ate
own
your
a
food
business is
here.
not-
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The more they know that we're patronizing their businesses, the more likely it is that they're going to give us donations. So it's just, creating that relationship. But yeah, it was a great event. I had so much fun last night. I hope you guys had fun. I think we're definitely going to do it again because it was a lot of fun. And the weather cooperated. Thank God. Okay. So yeah, and then the other item is back to school nights. So we have DHS back to school night on the 16th, Faber on September 18th, and then LMS on September 25th. We will have tables at all of the back to school events with,
And LMS is a change.
brochures.
It was a
Oh,
different
yes.
date originally, so they sent out an update. So the 25th is a new date. So just please be aware that it's
Yeah, I
It's a different
think it's not yet updated on our website, but it is updated on the school website. So just make a note of it. Yeah, we'll be there selling, t-shirts and hoodies and giving away cold medicine and cough drops. So definitely stop by. T-shirt sales. That's the next item on the list. So we have a bunch of quarter zip shirts and hoodies and t-shirts in our storage unit. We're going to be bringing those items to the back to school night. So if you want to buy some of the spirit wear that we have on hand, please make sure that you stop by and grab a shirt. We're also introducing some new ways of buying shirts. We have some designs that Heather made on Printify that we're going to get on the website very soon. So that will give us the ability to sell spirit wear basically all year round, and you can order it on the website and it will be shipped directly to you, which will be a delightful thing for me so that I don't have to spend an hour or two every weekend in the storage unit pulling shirts.
It says that it accepts returns. And if you do order from there, just let us know how it is because we haven't tried it yet. So hopefully that everything that comes is of decent quality and, spelled correctly and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
If you order something and it's horrible, we
tell
want to
us,
know
Yeah.
because we don't want to be selling something that isn't nice quality.
And it did say that they take returns. So if it is horrible, you should be able to send it back and get a refund. But, we just found it and made it and tried it. So hopefully everything works as planned.
So we'll be, launching that in the next, I don't know, week or two. And then we're also going to try doing shirt campaign. So we would have a shirt that you could order in the fall, sometime in the fall, and then again in the spring. So we'll have shirts for every school. So if you have kids at LMS and want to get a shirt just for LMS, we'll have something like that for you guys. But it's going to be like, a month basically that you would have to order it. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm still in the process of getting that set up. The last 2 weeks have been really kind of intense with all the different events that we've been doing. But now that things have calmed down a little bit, I've got a little bit more bandwidth to get those t-shirt orders in place.
I think to reiterate, I think our aim is to try to get rid of actually having to pre-order them and store them and
Yes.
give them out, where now if it's on the website, if we just, design a logo, like we can have so many different types of shirts, we can actually put names of each schools on it. We're not limited to the designs if it's on the website because we can just put it on and then you guys can order it. We don't have to have now, 50 different designs in our storage unit. And then if they don't sell year after year, it's like just taking up room.
Yeah.
But the only thing with that too is if you don't buy your shirt during our pop-up campaign or you prepare ahead of time, sometimes there are people that are looking for last minute, like, oh, there's a field trip and I don't have a Faber shirt. We might not have that size available because we're trying to dwindle down what we actually have.
Yes.
So just be mindful that you might have to prepare ahead of time.
Yeah.
to order. I mean, you can always email us and ask, hey, do you still have this? But we're not guaranteed to have it like in the bulk that we would normally have it
Yes.
other years. Because normally in the beginning of the year, we would do like a big order for like the year, but we're not doing that now because we're trying to go like digital with it.
Well, and part of that is because like we have a huge stack of quarter zip shirts and polo shirts, you know, so if you like a good quarter zip, we got you. You know, so some of those things where we thought it would be nice to have, you know, maybe we didn't sell as much of them as we initially anticipated. So we don't want to be buying things, you know, that we're not able to sell, right? Because then that's just wasting all of the money that you guys are paying into the membership. So we want to make sure that we're careful stewards of your money and
Right, because we're putting out
you
the
know,
money and then not recouping it.
exactly. So anyway, that's a little bit about why we're kind of changing the t-shirt setup. But I think it's going to give us a lot of nice new options. So I'm kind of excited. Do you want to talk about
Let me
upcoming
answer that
events?
too. If
Oh.
you guys have, if you're artists and stuff, and like
Oh, yeah.
you have a design that you know, create and, you know, bring it, share it to us, let us look at it. And
Yeah.
I don't know if we need approval or not or whatever, but we'll do whatever we need to. And we're not all artists or graphic designers. So, you know, we'll take whatever,
Yeah.
you know,
I'd actually,
suggestions.
I would love to have a t-shirt design contest for the spring.
We were thinking about that too. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
like if
mentioned that.
if some of the kids who really love to draw want to contribute designs, I think that would be kind of amazing. So
Just a question. So with the website, essentially we can order anytime we want to, once it's
With
through the
one-
Printify
through the
store.
Printify one, but then we'll announce when we have like the pop-up ones that are going to be a different.
Right.
I don't know. It's a different company though, right? For the pop-up
Yeah, so
one?
that would be a
So-
local printer. I don't know if anybody ordered the pajama bottoms last year. That was kind of our trial run with that printer, just because he was able to give us an online store that made the ordering process a lot easier. And I wear my pajamas all the time. I thought they turned out pretty well. So
And the pop-up
Yeah.
store is probably going to be a little bit more limited than what we're going to try to eventually add to the one that's all year round.
right.
Because the one all year round, we can put on there like cups and
Yeah.
like anything. It's not just clothes. Where the pop-up store
Oh.
will be specifically closed because it's
Right. Ooh,
it's
a
supposed
Dunellen
to
tumbler would be
print
nice.
screen.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coffee and a Dunellen tumbler.
Yeah. So we'll definitely have that Printify store up and running before the holidays, because it might be nice to get some stuff for the kids. Yeah. Okay. Upcoming events.
I'm just going to briefly mention some of these because the committee chairs can go in a little bit more in depth. One of our first family fun events is our Monster Bash, which Nicole Sterney is going to be heading that committee and organizing that particular event. We also have plans to have a chili cook-off and a football game. That's also something that Nicole is going to be heading. Talent show. We have a talent show at the end of January every year. We would love to have the kids participate, parents participate, small groups participate. If you don't have a talent, there's plenty of time before January to cultivate a talent. It's really, really nice. Rebecca organizes it, and
With Trisha.
And it benefits our music department at the high school. We also have a tricky tray, which Nicole Moore, Tracy, and Nicole Sterney are the chairs of. It is our biggest fundraiser that we have. It's why we don't have to nickel and dime a whole bunch, even though we might be asking for some things this year, other fundraiser wise. But it is our big bulk fundraiser that our budget money comes from. We look for donations year round. Do you want to say anything about it? If you have things,
It's always the first Saturday weekend in May. Did you pinch me or Nicole? Oh, okay. I was looking down.
I think I've heard your spiels enough times. So I can do it,
Yeah.
Basically, if you don't know what a tricky tray is, it's a gift basket auction. So you buy tickets, different levels, depending on the price range and the value of the prize. You come, you drop your ticket. At a certain time, you start calling them one by one, and you win prizes. We range anything. We have four different levels. We have mystery prizes. We have games that you could play to win more tickets and prizes. Like it's just, and we have it themed every year. So every year there's a different theme. If you come and you have like your whole table, you can sit a table of 8. You can decorate your table according to the theme, and we do a contest for the best decorated table. And it's just a fun time. But we start organizing this in like first meetings the group has. The 3 of us are like starting in November, but it's not until May. So we start organizing November, December. Email message letters will go out to businesses to ask for donations in January. And then like February, March, April is individual things. So like if you have a bunch of Christmas presents that you know your child won't play with, but you don't want to give it, if it's unused, unopened, not expired, we will take it all year round. It doesn't have to be big baskets. We will take like things that we get and make bigger baskets if we want. We will leave them certain things singly by themselves. The more prizes, the better. Yeah, it's never too late. You will take right. We will take donations at any time. Your
Kohl's
child
Cash.
just said,
Yes.
"Oh, Kohl's Cash." If you can't use Kohl's Cash, you can hand it in to us, and we will use it before it expires to get something at discount. Child just had a birthday, and there's stuff, or you found stuff from last Christmas in the closet that you realized your kid never opened. Like anything, as long as it's in the. One thing I'm going to say is please no used items. The box
Yes.
looks great, and then we happen to open something and we figured it out. It was
I
used.
I am still scarred by the waffle maker someone donated that had waffle mix
Yeah.
in the iron,
Like
caked on there. That was
Right.
disgusting.
We can do food baskets, but check the expirations. Just make sure that the expiration date is past the first weekend in May. So if the expiration is June, July, it's fine because the person will have at least a little time to open it. We've gotten donations of like dog food and dog treats and stuff that were all expired and we couldn't use them.
There are a lot of ways to help support
Yeah,
this
exactly.
fundraiser also, from volunteering the day of, from getting a group of friends and sitting at a table, from donating. There are wrapping nights that the committee organizes. There are a lot of different ways to get
helping us go to businesses and when they say yes, we will donate. Sometimes we have to actually go and collect the donations. If you know businesses, we have generated letters to the businesses too. So if you wanted a couple copies of that so that you can go and try to solicit the companies that you know that might not be on our list. If there's a company you know that you can let us know and we will add it to our list. So before January, we will automatically mail out that letter. We do have an ongoing PTO Amazon wish list for trick or treat items. So if there's something that you see on there, be like, oh, that's really good, feel free to purchase it and it'll come off the list and be delivered straight to us, and we know that it's for a trick or treat prize. Which we update regularly. And if you have ideas of things that you want a prize, like, oh, I would love to try to win this, let us know. We will try to add it, or feel free, you can donate it yourself and then try to win it for yourself. I've done that before.
Last year, I think it was last year, the big one was the Blackstone Grill.
The Blackstone was a mystery prize.
Yeah.
So, yes.
We always have TVs, vacations, gift certificates to all the restaurants in town. I love Tricky Tray because it helps me clean out my closet and get rid of things that I don't want kicking around. And
you
then
don't want to throw out because it's new. It's in the
right,
box,
exactly. But like my mother-in-law doesn't know my taste, or right? So it lets me get rid of that stuff without any guilt. And then I can put in for all the gift certificates. Yes.
We talk about it at every single meeting.
It is a lot of fun.
To start now. And we will accept, if you know you have stuff, you can email us, contact anybody. If you know Nicole more personally, you can just let her know. Somebody will pick it up from you or tell you where you could drop it off, and we will take it all year round.
I did want to just jump in because I'm realizing I forgot to thank the Rotary for the potluck.
Yes, for the potluck.
They were the ones grilling the burgers and the hot dogs
on a Blackstone.
On a Blackstone. That's what made me think of it. And so they were really wonderful partners for the event last night. And part of the reason why I want to make sure to mention it is I have a flyer for them. They're doing a comedy show in a couple of weeks. So if you want tickets to go check out the comedy show, the information is over there. And if you have high school students who need volunteer hours, the Dunellen Rotary is always looking for volunteers for the different events that they do. And it would be really good for your kids to volunteer for Rotary, in part because they also give out scholarships to our students.
So if they
So-
see the kid's face for helping.
It's just a good thing all the way around. And yeah, and they're really good people. They really, helped us in a pinch. And so
And likewise too,
yeah.
all of our events, Monster Bash, Trick or
Yes.
Tray, all, anything that we're gonna do, we will, if your high schooler wants to come and help us, wrangle the kids and whatever we need, we will sign off on them for hours as well.
It's 25 volunteer hours they need to graduate, right?
For all 4 years.
Yeah.
So basically, if they do a lot for Trick or Trade, they're done.
Yeah.
Because Trick or Trade is like a 12-hour day. Could be.
But you don't want your kid to get to senior year and be like, oh God.
Right.
So
And we also let Miss Piano know at the high school when we're really looking, that we really need the high school helpers, and she puts up a sign up at the school too. So you can come to us as well as your child can find out from Miss P what, I know a lot of people in town go to Miss P to say that we need these, and then the child can sign up for whatever they want.
all right, anything else on events? Okay, I'm gonna pass this on down to Heather.
Can we do it like here? Sure. Hi. I am the VP of the committee oversight, which basically means I help everyone with their committees. On the back table are a bunch of papers of all the different committees. So before you leave, if you don't mind checking, it's not behind you, it's in front of you.
That last row, it's in
You
front
are
of
the
you.
back table. I'm sorry, because everyone in the back is like, "What back table?" I'm just gonna, if you're new or have a child in preschool or kindergarten, you're here for the first time, I'm just gonna tell you what the committees are, and then you can take a look. We do need someone to chair each committee, and just so you know what that does not mean, it does not mean that you are in charge and you have to do it all. It just means that we need someone to be the facilitator or the organizer, right? So if 10 people sign up for the Family Fun Night Committee and none of those 10 people say, hey, when should we meet? Then the 10 people will never meet. So we just need someone to just get the ball rolling. And then if the committee has questions, you come to me or anyone else and we figure it all out together. So if you are interested in being the chair, because we do need chairs for lots of them, please just put a star next to your name when you sign up. And you will not be alone because I am new at this position. So we will figure it out together and you could just blame me if something goes wrong. So the committees there's the book fair committee. We have the Scholastic book club come into Miss Willoughby's space so graciously, and the kids can purchase books twice a year. The first one is planned for November 10th. And usually what you can do if you join the committee is just to help set up, get the books in order, close it back up when it has to ship out to Scholastic, and then we'll send out a sign up and you can come volunteer, hopefully during the time that your kid is there, if you want to help make suggestions so they don't buy, 15 journals like my child tries to do every year. Yes, every year.
Adult supervision and help while they're shopping,
I
while the
wish.
classes are shopping is what we need the most of.
And if you put your name on the committee, you get first dibs on picking the slots because the email goes out with the sign up genius to the committee members first.
Yeah, and so you can pick the slot where your kid is going to be shopping, which everybody usually wants to do. So you can help them not buy all the journals.
Yeah, that's why I show up. Because the one time I didn't, not only did she buy a journal for herself, she traded with a friend, bought her friend a journal, and her friend bought her like a $2 book. And I was like, I love your friend, but she totally scammed you. But it was fine because she was the nicest kid ever. But I was like, okay,
I'm pretty
whatever.
sure I rang up that order. I'm so sorry.
So fine. She's just like, journals for everyone. Who wants a journal? Forget the books. We're all gonna color. I'm like, no. Anyway, the next committee is Holiday Bazaar. During the December month, usually the first week in December, we get little trinkets and gifts, and the kids get to come shop for their loved ones for whatever holidays they might celebrate around that time. Again, You sign up, you get to come and supervise and be there and help your kids and all the kids shop.
And set up, we need help. A lot of.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Because it's a lot of like rings or I don't actually know because
Cups,
I try to avoid
ornaments.
that one because I'm not a fan of having all the chaos, but there's all kinds of trinkets and stuff. So if you don't mind, we'll be happy to have you. The next committee is the LMS dance, and that's just helping with getting the decorations, ordering the DJ, maybe baking some stuff and snacks and drinks and those types of things. Chaperoning, we'll need some chaperones. A lot of times when my kid was not old enough to go to the LMS dance, but I wanted to see what it looked like, I would sign up for the committee and volunteer to chaperone. So I got just an eye's view of what it would be like when they went, just because I was curious. So that's a little bit of a piece of advice. There's the Tricky Tray Committee, which you can sign up and help with. They always need people because it's a huge monster of a fundraiser. So the more people that can sign up, the better. Teacher appreciation, we do a back to school lunch in August. And then in May, we have a teacher appreciation couple of days where we do a luncheon and we do snacks and desserts. So we need a lot of help with that too. The person who's been doing has been doing an excellent job, but her last child's in high school and it's getting older. So we kind of need some more people to learn it. So when she's ready to leave, we're not, lost. The scholarship committee is another good one, especially if you have a child in middle school or high school that you might want to be on, just so you can see how the process happens and works. So when your child is in 12th grade and they want to apply for the scholarship, you already know both sides of it, the application part and the interview process and all
If you
that
have
stuff.
a senior, you cannot be on the committee though.
Because it's not fair. So many of us sitting here can no longer be on the committee because like 3 or 4 of us have seniors. So
Also, if you have a family member that wants to be on it, and you have a 12th grader, they can be it.
Yeah.
And
Last
uncle,
year we
yeah.
had someone with a niece on the
Yeah,
committee.
so yeah.
So
it's not-
that,
right.
yeah.
And just so you know, we'll tell you again when it gets closer, but in terms of scholarship, it could be a trade school, it could be a college, it could be a community college. We support any further education that the kids want to get. So if you have a kid in high school that is going to apply this year, just encourage them no matter what their plan is. There's the 5th grade farewell for the kids that are graduating Faber. We need planning of that. And we'll need chaperones. So again, if you're in the younger years, you want to know what it looks like. So when it's your turn, you can see what's been done. Feel free to sign up and chaperone. There's the 8th grade dance for the kids graduating LMS. The same thing. We need chaperones. We need decorations. We need food, DJs, water.
Again,
Go ahead.
again, for 5th and 8th grade though, you can be part of the committee and help plan it. But unless we absolutely need, we try to steer away from. If you have a 5th grader, the parent chaperoning their party, they don't want you.
Right. That's why I
You
said
know,
if you have a
infringing.
younger kid,
Right.
you can sign up to chaperone.
Right. So
because
you
when
can
have older
sign up
kids,
for the
you can't.
committee to help plan it, decorate, set up, clean up, but the actual hours of the dance, unless we're in dire need, we usually try to steer away from the parent actually being there.
The next one is Faber snack sales. Sometimes we do popsicle fundraisers or bake sale or things like that. So we can always use help after school for those kinds of things. Family fun nights. So a couple of times a year, we try to make an event, kind of like the PTO potluck dinner if you went yesterday, where families can come and have a good time. It might be we all meet at Chuck E. Cheese, or it might be a winter movie in the all-purpose room. But we need a committee to come up with ideas that kids will want to do and have fun. So if you're interested in that, please sign up. And the last one is the Sunshine Committee, which is just, we like to celebrate things that happen, like someone's having a baby. She already had it. I'm not implying that she's pregnant again.
Too soon.
Or, if someone had a death in the family or a tornado blows through Dunellen and they lose their roof, things like that. We have the Sunshine Committee to kind of celebrate or help out when things are in need. So you can sign up for that too.
For the teachers.
For the teachers, yes. Don't think that because you sign up for a committee that you're going to have all of this work to do. If you think that you might just be able to donate cupcakes then sign up for the committee so we can communicate with you and you can tell us that, right? It's not a thing where you sign up for a committee and now you're part of this whole big thing that you don't have time to do. If you think you might have any small amount of ability to help in that area, then add your name and we'll include you in the email. And then you can, like I said, I used to sign up just to chaperone so I could see what the older events were like. And when the email came out that they were meeting, I would just say, listen, I just want to chaperone. And they're like, okay, so we'll call you when it's time. So if you're interested in any way, just add your name and email address. And if you're interested in maybe trying to chair, which don't worry if you mess up because I'll help you too, just put a star next to your name when you sign up. Okay. And just like I said, the book fair is going to be the week of November 10th, and the holiday bazaar is the week of December 1st, as of now.
And for chairing too, there might be other people that already put down to chair.
So you won't be alone.
Right. There'll be communication as if, hey, would you guys want to work together and do it together? Or and some right, or some committees just literally have one person signed up. Some don't have any, and then we're going to reach out to everybody on the committee and be like, hey, nobody volunteered. Is anybody now interested?
Yeah. And you won't chair alone this year because I'm new, so I won't learn unless we do it together. So this is a good year to be like, I'll chair because I have to do it with you because I don't really fully know what I'm doing.
And not only you have Heather though too, but the whole board talks about every one of these committees and events that come up too. So if you do run into a snag, you have
There's a lot of support.
There's 10 of us here that.
There's a lot of support.
Can I just say, please consider signing up for Tricky Tray.
Family fun.
No, not so much that one.
Yes,
'Cause
that
they're-
one.
Well, that one, but the teacher appreciation.
Oh, yes.
And the book fair, because they're all in the same week practically.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
we do not have enough people. So if you could do one
or two,
great. Or if you do one or two.
or all
Or
three.
But yeah, that's like the toughest one because it all happens on the same week. So it's just
Early
really
May is
hard.
hard.
It's really hard to find a lot of, and we just kind of use the same person over and over, and I feel like it's almost abuse. So.
But, and all three could just mean I'm going to drop off sandwiches for the teacher appreciation. I'll be here on Tuesday for 2 hours for book fair. And what was the other one you said?
The Tricky Tray.
And
I'll help wrap one.
yeah, I can set up for Trick or Treat. It doesn't have to be that you encompass all three of everything. So.
But the more people we have to contact, the better. And it's just, what is it, more hands?
Melee work.
Mhm.
Our new slogan. Oh, look, it's your turn.
Okay, I was a little slacker and didn't get my edit of the agenda in on time, but mine's actually really quick. It's memberships. If you have not signed up to join the PTO yet, please do. So that way I can organize it for your child, especially for Faber, because we have to break it down into grade and by teacher. So that way, when we pick the team leaders, we can let the team leaders know who their parents are for the class, because the PTO only sponsors 4 class parties a year: Halloween, winter, spring, and end of year. And in order to donate for those parties, you need to be a PTO member. If you are not a PTO member, you will not get the information of when the party is and what donations are needed. Only the donations that would be needed is some kind of snack, whether it's store-bought or homemade, drinks, paper goods. And if the teacher requested, which you will know in advance, if they want volunteers in the classroom to help during the party. As the years go on, there's more and more teachers that are not requesting, unfortunately, in-class volunteers. It depends on the grade or if they have an activity planned. But the team leaders will be reaching out to you a couple weeks before each party and say, hey, or they could do it in the beginning of the year and then just follow up with every other party, but to be like, hey, this is what the class needs, who will be able to, to donate the snack, who will be able to donate the drink, and so forth. Then the team leaders will communicate with me who those people who are volunteering or donating are, and I have to let the school know who's going to be in the building and who's bringing what.
Can I just chime in on
Yes.
the teacher, on the member
Yes.
thing? So I actually heard from a couple of parents last night who had some questions about the policy, about having to be a PTO member in order to donate. And part of that is because, you know, we're like, we are a particular group, right? We're not necessarily every parent in the district, right? So we're allowed to communicate with the people in our
Who have joined our
organization,
membership.
but we don't have access to like all of the emails for every parent in the district to reach out to every parent in every class for like napkins and cupcakes and stuff, right?
And
so that's part of why that's in place.
Right.
But I wanted to just say, particularly if you find yourself in a situation where you're like maybe just one of two parents who've signed up, you know, we would love for you to encourage other people to join PTO, right? And if the $15 membership fee is a problem for anybody that you know, we're very happy to work with families on that membership fee. So we don't want that $15 membership fee to be any kind of impediment to people getting involved. So, you know, if you're having any of those conversations with people, you know, as you're waiting to pick up your kid, just let them know they can sign up and talk to us about that membership fee, because we just want everybody to be able to participate who wants to participate.
And just because you signed up like for PTO, when you get that email from the team leader, you can pick and choose. If you decide that you don't want to donate anything for this party, then you just, well, don't just not answer the team leader back. Just say, I'm not available at this time or something like that. There are a lot of people who just totally ignore the team leaders and they never hear because they want to join the membership. They want to know about everything else, but they don't want to have to do anything in the classroom.
Or don't have time.
Right. Oh, and the field trips. The field trips are not organized by us. They're organized by the teacher. But you, in order to chaperone for a field trip, you have to be a PTO member. So we have had people who have signed up on May 1st because they want to go on the June field trip. And they just realized that they weren't going to be asked by the teacher or be able to go because they weren't a PTO member. The teachers pick the chaperones. Usually it's like 2 per class, or it depends. They kind of take care of that. I don't have to know who the chaperone is. Sometimes I get emails and say, oh, by the way, these are the 2 chaperones that the teacher picked. I don't have to know. That comes from the teacher. But I will tell you that they will reach out to the team leader to find out who the other PTO parents are. On our next meeting, the October 9th meeting, is my big meeting where I explain to the team leaders all the details about being a team leader in class parties. So if you would like to be in the running for a team leader, please make sure your membership form for the class and the grade marks off team leader on it. Because I go through them all and I know, and sometimes we only have one person that wants to be team leader for the class. Sometimes we have a couple people that want. So if that happens, your name goes in a hat and I pull from a hat. And then we'll do that at our board meeting before the next meeting. So on October 3rd, if I'm that organized, or 4th, you will get an email from me that says, congratulations, you've been selected for the team leader for so-and-so's class. It is mandatory, as mandatory as possible. I would love for every single team leader to be here for my October 9th meeting. I know I get emails. Sometimes I have work, this or that. I will make arrangements with you to drop off because I have a packet for you and it'll have all the class party information. It'll have your class list, parent membership information. And then I go through my whole spiel about all the details. If I do have to make arrangements with you outside the meeting, I give you a brief run through. I don't just say, here's your packet. You weren't at the meeting, too bad. I will never do that. I do work from home as of right now, 4 days a week, and my phone is always on. So I try to, if you need to email me a question about any of the parties or anything like that, I try to get back to you right away. Even if you're like, I can't find my form, I don't know the parents' emails anymore or something, I will take a picture of it for you, or, copy and paste it into an email for you. I've done that in the past. But yeah, I think that's really it. My main, and you think my spiel on this one was long. The October 9th one would be a mandatory team leader. But please, 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 if you're really interested in being a team leader, if I don't know you're interested in it, I'm not going to know whether the opportunity for me to pick your name, if I need to pick it out of a hat.
It's
And that's
definitely
it.
a lot of fun being a team leader.
And-
You get to know the teacher really well.
Right,
you
and
know,
what it
so
is
it
is
helps you build that relationship
Once
with
you
the,
find
with the
your
class.
own like flow of how you want to organize it and it's really through email. Emailing the other parents and saying, can you volunteer or can you donate this? And you get a response back from them, let me know, and you're done for the next 3 months. Like, you know, so it's really not that hard.
I'll put a little spiel on that. If you're team leader, you get to choose what you want to do first.
Yeah.
So that's the best part.
That is the best part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
on
so
the
if you
flip
know it's
side
a
of
busy
that,
time of year, you'll be like, I'm donating napkins.
Or on the flip side of that, like I used to do the opposite. I used to offer it and then just whatever I need to fill in left over. I will tell you though, some of the special needs classes, I will make an announcement if any class does not have a team leader. Right, but even some like we had 5th grade class that not have a team leader. What happens is I will reach out to those PTO parents, and if nobody responds, I will make the announcement at the October meeting, and basically, if anybody wants to take on the class, if you didn't get chosen for your class, let's say it's 5th grade, and you didn't get chosen for your 5th grade class, but this other teacher doesn't have anybody, I would be glad if you wanted to help out that other classroom. If nobody really takes it, I kind of take them, especially with the special needs classes, because there are only a couple kids each, so a lot of those parents don't volunteer much. But if I need to for a bigger class, I will then email every PTO member in the whole grade and say, you know, listen, this is, you know, so-and-so's class doesn't have a team leader, or I've had them where they don't have any PTO members at all.
That's really rare.
Yes,
though.
so it's more this. If there's actual parents on the class list, I will email those parents and get the donations for them. I will ask them. There are times where we have no parent PTO members for a class, a major class. And then that's when I reach out personally to the whole grade and say, hey, so-and-so's class doesn't have any PTO. Let's show them some love and let's let them have, you know, a great winter party too. Are any of you able to donate to so-and-so's class? And I will tell you within, I'm going to say half
5
hour
minutes.
tops,
Yeah.
I have that whole class covered in all 4 areas. So I will reach out when I need to. If you're having trouble communicating with any of your parents, or you can, as a team leader, you can email me and be like, listen, I've sent out 3 emails and nobody's responding back to me. It is not up to you to have to donate everything. Let us know, because as a board, we might have extra snacks and drinks from things left over that we can donate. One of us might take it. I take it myself, or if it's one of those bigger classes, I will reach out to the whole grade and be like, this class is struggling, who can help? So you're not alone, and you're not here to fund it yourself either, unless you choose to. That's your donation, and you can choose to do that, but don't feel like you are obligated to do it in any way, shape, or form. I just can't know the night before I tell you it's due. Like, you know, because I try to reach out to you guys, make sure like start talking to your parents like 3 to 4 weeks before the party. And I give you a deadline because then I have to still let the school know. So I can't let the school know the day of. So I have a deadline with the school. So then your deadline is a couple days before that, so I can organize my list. So just don't tell me the day before, you know, oh, hey, by the way, I can only do drinks and we have no snacks, paper goods, or volunteers. If you can't get an in-class volunteer and the teacher requests it, just let me know, because we have no control over that. I let the school know, and if the teacher really needs somebody, they will grab extra staff or whatever if they really need help. And there are certain details about what parties are not accepted that the school might do, and if the teachers ask me for certain things that aren't on my list, but that will be in full detail next meeting. And even if you're not a team leader, you should still be here because you hear my spiel and you kind of know what the team leader is looking for and what we're looking for. So it kind of helps out that you're not going to give your team leader a hard time when it comes to, asking. But again, it's whatever you want to donate and it's whatever, you feel you want to do. You're not obligated to do anything. And if you really don't want to be heard from the team leader, just tell the team leader, please don't email me. They will let me know and I will take the email off the list.
Tracy has seen it all.
Yeah.
Has seen it all.
I've done it, yes.
All the teachers really appreciated the back to school lunch. They still are talking about how great everything was. Also, I'm part of the PEP Pride from the Teachers Union, and we were able to get grants to get the snacks for the PTO for back to school night. And we have a board member from the DEA, the Dunellen Education Association, picking them up, I believe, tonight.
Fabulous. Thank you.
Oh, real quick, memberships. As of 5:30 tonight,
Nicole.
there were 85 family signups and 53 staff signups, but that also includes that there were 3 staff members that are also parents of the district, so they signed both lists. So not a bad start. We usually get a lot of memberships between now and
Okay. So fundraising, everybody's favorite topic. First, while I did forget to bring him, we have a little mascot. We have named him Willie the Whale. He is a little piggy, whale bank. So he will be joining us at most of our events. So if you ever have any spare change, I know at least my child loves to throw coins in the piggy bank. Do not feel obligated. It's just something a little passive, just something cute to have. But you'll see him hanging around at some of our tables. And fundraising for the year. So as we've already talked about, Tricky Tray is our biggest fundraiser. Last year, our Tricky Tray raised just over or just under $24,000, which is incredible. So thank you very much to everyone and anyone who donated, came, supported us, helped out. My hope is for this year to maybe kind of ramp up the fundraising in a non-intrusive and overwhelming way, because we've got enough going on in our lives. I would love to get some feedback from everybody on what you may like to see, what you don't want to see. If you have any ideas, different companies we can reach out to. I know in the past we have done the dine out nights. If we would like to continue those are a pretty easy thing to do because we're already kind of going out to eat anyway. If we can get a little extra funds there. I was handed this little stack of things here, so these are just some things to think about as fundraisers, something a little more passive. This is for donating used shoes. So, nothing that costs us, but we donate shoes and then the company will give us money for them. There's another one here for do-it-yourself teddy bear workshop. So sounds pretty fun. And I have not looked into these. I'm just reviewing just some options we have here. C's Candy. So I don't know if everyone has heard of that, but yeah. They've got some pretty good candy. I've never shy away from some sugar. And then we have the Harlem Wizards. So like different events and things like that where the families could purchase tickets at a discounted price and we would get some money back, just a fun night out. We have also discussed kind of working with the family fun night committees for like a mom's or parents' night out for charcuterie board making, which would be a really fun fundraiser that I would very much like to do. But it okay. But if anybody has any ideas, if you'd like to talk about it now, if you'd like to discuss with me after, you can shoot me an email, grab me in the morning or afternoon if you see me at pickup or drop off. I know as we've discussed, I'll talk about some of the upcoming events that we have. Monster Bash is our first big family event that we have. So for PTO members, it is free to come in. If you are not a PTO member, it is $5 per person. So there's a little bit of fundraising. You can also join the fundraiser join the PTO on the spot to come in for technically free. But that is just a really fun holiday event. In the past, we've had face painting, little temporary tattoos. We have games, we have crafts. There's a DJ that we have come. Trunk or treat, yes, of course. We have the Candy Monster, which we'll send out notification for because we are going to do that again this year. So if you're involved in the trunk or treat, you don't have to worry about buying candy for that in particular. The Candy Monster, actually, we collect all the candy for you to hand out. I would love to do a contest for trunk or treat this year as well to kind of encourage a lot more families and people to come in and decorate their cars. I am a huge Halloween lover, so
Also, high school
yeah.
students that have their own car.
Yes.
If they sign up for trunk or treat with their car, we will sign off on hours for the 2 hours that they are there.
Yep.
Just to get more cars and younger people in. We had 2 come last year out of the blue, and it was really nice to see the younger kids there, not just the parents.
They had the whole Ghostbusters thing.
Yeah.
It just blew us out of the water. It was so cool.
It was really good.
So
if you're,
That was one of the best prompts of the whole thing with those high school kids.
But if they sign up as a high school and make no that it's a high school, and we'll give them their paper.
But yeah, with Monster Bash, I'm gonna start kind of organizing and planning. If you want to help out, please make sure you sign up to volunteer, whether you want to just help out with donating some snacks or goodies or anything. If you have a talent for face painting, we can always use that because that's always a really big hit. Games, crafts, anything like that, please feel free to talk to me about it. And then we also have, so this is something new that we are going to be doing this year, is the chili cook-off. So the date is tentative. It has not been set in stone as of yet, but we are doing it during a football game to kind of make it a little more inclusive to all the football fans. I don't want to say just dads, because I know plenty of women love football too. But just to make it a little more family friendly, but we are going to have a contest to enter, bring your best chili recipe. Anyone who wants to taste test is going to have a small fee to go in and taste all of the chili, and winners will be chosen and watch a game, have a good time. We'll have snacks and other food there as well. Yeah, but I think that's about it. Anyone have any? I got you already. Open it up to anybody.
For the Monster Bash and the chili.
So the 25th, yes. So that will be trunk or treat is from 2 to 4, and then the entire event is from 2 to 5. And that will be right out on the softball field area. We also have the gym as well for additional games. And as of right now, again, it's a tentative date once we have everything confirmed, but October 19th is the tentative date for the chili cook-off.
When we
So.
put the trunks on the teacher's parking lot on that side of the building, if we get too many to try to space them out, we'll cross the horseshoe into like the front teacher parking. Kind of work that way.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will pass it off to, yeah.
So I'll be really quick. If you don't already follow Dunellen PTO on Facebook and Instagram, please do so. I know the algorithm has kind of gotten a little wonky for myself, so I don't see everything. So just make sure you have your notifications turned on and that you can just kind of see what's going on. The only other thing I was going to say for back to school, we also had a lot of parents come out to chalk the walk the day before. So I hope your families and the children enjoyed that as well, because I know we saw a lot of fun artwork out there as well. So that's me. So follow us on social media, share.
Sorry, one more thing about membership too. If you know anybody that's part of A+ Academy, please encourage them to still join the PTO so they know
A+ is doing their own PTO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, if they are still welcome to join our PTO also, in Pig House, whatever the school, whatever the other school is. The outside pre-Ks, encourage them. If that is their only child, they might not know that they can still join our PTO as well. They will get all the emails and notification of all of our events. The only thing is we cannot go into their building for class parties, so they would be excluded from that. But we would love to have them because then once kindergarten, they're kind of going to see how we work and stuff once they're in kindergarten. But we can't do anything in the classroom, but at least they can get notifications and they can donate and volunteer and be ready as much as they want to. But encourage them to do so as well, because they are still part of our district as well.
All right, I want to invite, we have one other guest speaker. Yeah, the natives are getting restless, so I want to try and keep this quick. Yeah. So yeah, this is Renee.
I'm Renee, so this is my second year on the PTO. Also my second year as a volunteer on the Mayor's Traffic and Pedestrian Safety Committee. So we have an initiative you may have heard of, Walk to School Wednesdays. We typically do this the second half of the school year. We're trying to increase our impact, so we're doing 16 dates this year. So we're looking for volunteers basically to help with punching people in the morning, like punching their punch card. So we're doing 4 iterations of this. So there's a form here at the table with more information and a sign-up link. So it's not a huge time commitment. We need 2 people each Wednesday for 35 minutes to help with, like I said, greeting students, punching their cards. Any questions?
Yeah. They do a punch card for.
So it'll be a raffle for a prize. So I believe maybe it's 5 of the people that would get a prize.
So I don't want to be the negative complaint person in that, but my kid's walking to school every day this year, so it doesn't really affect me. But in previous years, when my child had no choice but to drive to school, so she had no chance of getting a prize, it was very heartbreaking and upsetting. That
Right, because what do you do about the kids who have to be dropped off?
it's not their choice to not walk, an option to walk. So they're being excluded beyond their control.
That's a really
and I don't
good
really
point.
have a solution for you. I just have a problem for you. I'm sorry. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's great.
You have to be a certain age to walk home by yourself.
Walking
So,
and
Good
stuff. I just
feedback.
don't know
I'll
a
definitely mention
solution.
it to the committee. Yeah,
Like
it also excludes preschoolers like my kid. So
Right.
Yeah.
I made that point as well. But in general, it's just, we want to try to get more people out.
Yeah,
and
I don't think it's a
walking.